Okay, in this video I'm going to show you some very exciting functions from the Green Genie, and specifically we're going to, in this video, look at how the Green Genie interacts and interfaces with Photoshop action sets. So I've opened up the trial version of Green Genie, and I'm going to choose, because it's in the very professional plus mode, I'm going to choose this function and Genie Badge Plus and go ahead and say OK. And I'm going to say OK there. You'll notice that it brought up Photoshop very quickly. That works fine. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to click on this. Now before I do that, let me tell you that the action sets you will have to learn on your own. They are a Photoshop function. Green Genie is simply using the Photoshop software to run these action sets. However, the Green Genie does the work of extracting the green screen and putting the background in. You'll see there's a number 1 start and a number 2 end. And what that means is when you build your action set, if you build a number and name it number 1, that means it's going to run the action set prior to extraction of the green screen. If it's a number 2, it's going to run the action set after the extraction of the green screen. So that's your two options that you have here in the Green Genie. And of course you can just keep changing those as you wish in terms of what you want to do. Now we're looking at batch processing because this is where the power really exists. Now again, you have to be recognize that Photoshop is what's doing the actual action set and the works. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a border around 4 images. That means that you have to make sure that your images are all the same size and are compatible with the border in order for it to work properly, or you have to do something in your action set to take care of that. So you'll find that my images are all the same size. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go get the action set and bring that in, and you'll note that it has placed the action set in here in the action window, and there's the number 2 in Photoshop. We'll close this down. We're set here. We're going to do batch processing, and we're going to go here and find our images, and we're going to take this one right there, those 4. Okay, open them, and now you're going to see in just a few seconds a border is going to pop up around this image. There it went, and it's going to do the same thing on this image. Here it goes. Here's our 3rd image. And of course, what you can do effectively, as I have done, is just get up and walk away from the computer and come back, 5-10 minutes later, depending on how many that you're running, to be able to get what you have. Now this is the finish. I'm going to close that down. Photoshop, I'm going to go ahead and close that and go over to the converted images. And here you can now see that those images have been converted. And so it'll also create PSDs that you can deal with, PNG files should you choose to do that. But these JPEGs are done for you. Great option within the Green Genie, and it's a super one, so you ought to consider this in terms of purchasing should you do a lot of action sets and batch processing. Thank you.